at me. I'm as helpless as kitten love treatment. I'm walking on clouds I can't understand, though. I missed it holding your hand. I walk my way, and 1,000 violins began to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear, though. I missed it the moment you need. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. Should I wander through this wonderland alone now, never knowing my right foot from the left, my head from the glove? I missed it too much in love. You can say that you're leading me on, but it's just what I want you to do. Don't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. Should I wander through this wonderland alone, never knowing my right foot from the left, my head from my glove, Lord, I missed it too much in love. Missed it too much in love.
Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 480th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Straight away you'll see we're fighting this battle on my favourite map, the Germanic Forest map. As we've said in other battle videos, I like the big open plains, so if we want to fight our battles in the big open plains, that's fine. But if you want to bring barbarian troops, you can have the woods bonus as well as the winter bonus as well. And of course you can always plan those nasty ambushes from those trees if you like. Okay, this should be a great battle for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, our first teammate is a Brotherhood member, Clash. Now Clash has got 12 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 12 infantry and 6 cavalry. Just want to draw your attention to a little bit of his army build here. If you notice here, he's got 2 Praetorian cohorts. Now, as you know, we usually fight with urban cohorts on the 31k battlefield, so to have 2 Praetorian units there is unusual. My guess is he'll use them for his pilot shields. And as I say, of course, he's got 6 cavalry. Now, Clash usually brings serious cavalry. Let's have a quick look at his cavalry. And yes, he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, Clash has been a member of the Brotherhood for a long, long time now. He had a break from RTW, but he's back now, and he's as good as ever, I think. So that's an interesting army build, I think. Okay, our next teammate is from a very old Brotherhood member to our newest Brotherhood recruit here, AGIS 2. Now, AGIS 2 has got 12 Royal Pikemen, 4 Archers, and 4 Cavalry. Okay, 12 Royal Pikemen, 4 Cretan long-range Archers, and 4 Cavalry. So it'll be interesting to see how well he does with his Macedonians. As you saw in the last battle, he did well with the Greek cities, so it'll be interesting to see how well he does with this Macedonian army. And he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. Okay, our next teammate is a Brotherhood member, JGP. Now, JGP has got 12 infantry, 2 archers, and 6 cavalry. Okay, 12 infantry, 2 archers, 6 cavalry. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's got his very old Roman army of 12 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, so there's our team there. Let's say it should be a great battle for you to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member MADKING. Now, MADKING has got the bog standard 31k Roman army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, remember that the reason it is the bog standard 31k Roman army is because it's very effective, very efficient, and always does well on a 31k battlefield. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member BARCLAYMAN. Now, BARCLAYMAN has got 16 Sacred Spearmen and 4 Sacred Band Cavalry. Okay, so 16 Sacred Band Spearmen and 4 Sacred Band Cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, he's got 7 upgrades. An Experience Stripe, Gold Shield, Gold Attack on his cavalry. There's a lot of spearmen there. Okay, the next teammate is Brotherhood member Crypto. Now, Crypto has got 6 archers, 7 infantry, and 6 cavalry. Okay, you can only see 4 of his archers there because he's got 2 of his archers hiding in the woods. But he's got his 7 infantry there. And if you notice, his 6 cataphracts at the back of his army. Okay, it's very unusual for Crypto to bring Seleucid, so it'll be interesting to see how well he does. But I just want to show the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, his Seleucid cataphracts are fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, so fully upgraded cataphracts. Now, we call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armoured from head to toe. But you put maximum upgrades on them and you could well be looking at battle-winning troops here. Those of you that like statistics, fully upgraded cataphracts, they've got 9 charge bonus, they've got a 13 attack and a massive 29 defence. Okay, so they've got a 9 charge bonus, a 13 attack and a massive 29 defence. But he's only got 7 infantry. Do you think those fully upgraded cavalry will make up for just having 7 infantry? I guess we'll have to see. And their 4th teammate is, if we can get through the woods here to find him, is Brotherhood member AURELIUS. Now, AURELIUS has got 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, but within his infantry build, I'd just like to show you the within his obviously within his infantry build there, he has got 2 eagle units and several of his infantry have got 7 upgrades, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So within his infantry he's got an infantry general, 2 eagle units and several infantry units with an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So that is a pretty tough army there. Okay, so there's both our teams there. Let's say they've got Rome, Carthage, Seleucid and another Rome. So they've got quite a diverse team there. Let's say it should be an interesting battle for you to watch and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd look at a little bit of ambush tactics here within the woods. Right, can you see that Crypto's got an archer unit showing here, and he's targeting our allies, one of our allies' Cretan archer units there. Okay, so he's just been a bit of a nuisance from the woods there. But if you notice here, can you see JGP is probably going to take a couple of cavalry units over there to maybe take out that archer unit. Now, remember what we've talked about ambushes in the woods area. Okay, so just bear that in mind here. Now he's going to take a couple of cavalry units over there. Now JGP's got a lot of experience on RTW, so my guess is he's just not going to charge those cavalry straight into the woods there because he may well be aware that there could be a trap there. So there you are, he's taking it up as close as he could, hopefully to show if there was any units at this part of the woods here. Okay, now he's going to take that 1 unit there, but once again my guess is he's not going to charge it in there. Notice he's not charging it straight into that archer unit because he's aware that this could be an ambush. So he's taking that cavalry unit round. Now he'll just move in slowly. Right, bang! Did you see that Seleucid pike unit with those long anti-cavalry pikes appear hiding in the woods? What Crypto was hoping was that JGP was going to charge his cavalry in there straight on to those ambush lances, if you like, and take that archer unit out. But JGP was too much experience for that. Now we'll just ride that cavalry unit away from that ambush situation. But I just thought you found that interesting there, just to see what an ambush can be like in the woods. Okay, it's very, very early stage of the battle here. You can see that MADKING is moving his Brutii infantry towards our Macedonian ally, probably with a view to throw in loads of pilers into the Macedonians to weaken their units, allowing Crypto, and BARCLAYMAN there to bring their spear and pike units forward to engage Macedon. You can see here that the Seleucids and the Carthage spear and pikemen there have merged, probably looking to take on Macedon. And as I say, if their Brutii ally could throw loads of pilers in there to weaken those Macedonian units, they would be a good target for those combined spear and pikemen there. Okay, so that could well be what they're planning there. You can see the Seleucid general there's taking his archers forward there to target the long-range Cretan archers. Okay, so I say it's a bit of an archer battle ensuing at the moment there between the Macedonian archers and the Seleucid archers there. But as I say, Mad King slowly moving forward here. And as I say, the plan of their team may be to throw loads of pilers into those Macedonians to weaken them. But as I say, at the moment, if you like, the the archer battle is ensuing here between the short-range Seleucid archers and the long-range Cretan archers there. Let's say Mad King moving. As I say, Mad King, very unpredictable. Sometimes he can be defensive, sometimes he can be very aggressive. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let's pause the game for a second here. Okay, so you can see here that we haven't had a good look at Aurelius' army. Can you see he's got legionary cohorts as his 2 polar shield units there. So we couldn't have a look at his army in the woods because they were hidden. There's his 2 eagle units we were talking about. And of course he's got his infantry general. Okay, plus he's got several infantry units with 7 upgrades on. An experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, so with all that morale from the general, the 2 eagle units, and having units with an experienced stripe on, that is some serious infantry there. And we'll take some reckoning, I reckon, to take out. Okay, but meanwhile here over on our right flank, let's say you can see the enemy Mad King with his Brutio troops moving towards Clash his Scipio troops there. Okay, now if you notice here, can you see Aegis 2's moved his Macedonians back a little bit there. I don't know whether his units may well have been taking any archer damage at all. But you can see the Carthage Sacred Band Spearmen moving forward. As I say, Clash can be unpredictable on this flank as well. He can also be aggressive when he wants to. So with 2 potentially aggressive players here on our right flank, this is where the battle could really take off. You can see a little bit of pilot exchanging going on there between the 2 pilot shield units of the opposing armies. You can see JGP moving his SBQR army forward there. Now remember, I've got my Scipio army over on this flank facing Aurelius' Julio army there with all those upgrades and morale boosting units. So this could be a real challenge on this left flank against my old, very, very old Roman army. We can see JGP moving over there. Now he may well want to target those Seleucid units there. That could be the weak link in their battle line there. Okay, now he could either hit Julii here, or he could, as I say, go for those Seleucid units and punch a hole through the enemy battle line possibly. Right, can you see some Carthage Sacred Band units have been run forward here, maybe to pin and hold the Macedonian general, where he might take either his other spearmen over to attack, or bring them over onto this right flank to help his Brutii ally against our Scipio ally here. We'll just have to see what he's going to do. As you can see, he's moving those Sacred Band units forward towards the Macedonian Royal Pikemen. So they're obviously going to have a clash there. Now remember, Carthage seems to punch above its weight when it fights the big 120-man units. As I say, a lot of pilot exchange in here still going on between the enemy Brutii and our allies' Scipio units there. Right, now just like to draw your attention here, can you see the length? Let's just pause again for a second. Can you see the length of these Macedonian pikes? I mean, look how long those pikes are. Okay, now look at the short spears of the Sacred Band spearmen. Look. So these Sacred Band spearmen have got to fight all the way down those long length pikes there to kill the man on the other end. And that's a tall order. But as I say, Carthage does seem to punch above its weight against the big 120-man units. But we'll just have to see what happens there. Right, can you see there Brutio ally moving the bulk of his infantry over towards the Macedonians? Make no mistake here, I think the tactic here is to throw in loads of pilers into the Macedonians to weaken those units, to make it easier for his allies to take them out. Right, can you see Clash here now can see that most of the Brutio army has been moved away, so he's going to be aggressive here and attack what's left of the Brutio units. Nice aggressive attacking move here by Clash. Now he's going to look to take those units probably in behind those Brutio units there, but can you see all this cavalry? What, 6 there, 4 Carthage, that's 10, and those fully upgraded cataphracts. Now, if he gets in behind those Brutii infantry, he's going to have to be very aware of all those cavalry there, because that is massive cavalry charge bonus there that could smash into his infantry. I say over here, you can see, as I say, the Brutio general here probably looking to throw loads of pilers into those Macedonians to weaken them, to make it easier for his allies. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the centre. As I say, Clash still moving forward. Let's still move, looking to get in behind those Brutio troops. Mad King spotted that and is moving his own infantry back there to try and neutralise Clash's move. But as I say, keep an eye on all that enemy cavalry out there. because Clash is a prime target there for all that cavalry, I'm thinking. Right, can you see Clash charging his cavalry forward into the enemy Brucio infantry, and bang, as he smashes into that Brucio infantry there. As I say, being very aggressive towards Mad King's units, maybe having to bring some of Mad King's units back here. Right now you can see the Brucio cavalry counter-attacking, and they're going in and bang, as they smash in there into the Scipio troops, cavalry and infantry there. Okay, now make no mistake, this right flank of ours could be the make or break of the battle. Whatever happens here could prove decisive to the outcome of the battle. That's why, can you see the enemy are moving more Brucio infantry over? You can see Carthage Sacred Band spearmen coming in. You can see Carthage Sacred Band cavalry going to charge in, and you can see those maximum upgraded Seleucid tanks of the ancient world going in there, and bang and bang as they smash in to the fray there. Okay, you can see our Macedonian ally has charged his cavalry in there to try and help his ally, but this right flank here is being smashed by loads of well upgraded cavalry and a lot of Brutii infantry and Carthage Sacred Band. So as I say, the right flank here could prove pivotal and decisive to the outcome of the battle here. There's a massive cavalry and infantry attack there going in on Clash. You can see Aegeus trying to bring some of his Macedonian units over here as well to help out. He'll pull his cavalry back there maybe to lock and load and charge them back in again. But our right flank is really being attacked aggressively here. You can see some Carthage Sacred Band holding and pinning the rest of those Macedonian units. Now JGP, his SPQR units are facing the Seleucids, and over on the left flank here, not a lot going on. Okay, so over on the left flank here, remember I'm facing that really well moraled army, if you like, of Aurelius there over on the left flank. But here on our right flank, as I say, this could prove decisive, because if they smash our right flank, make no mistake, they will roll us up from right to left. Okay, you can see another Seleucid cavalry unit charging in there, and bang, as that smashes in there as well. Okay, so if you were a betting person here, which way do you think this is going to go? Do you think the Scipio troops are going to hold? Do you think that's what's going to happen, or do you think the enemy are going to smash our right flank here? Which way do you think this is going to go? Nice move by Mad King, getting some of his infantry in behind Clash's infantry. I noticed the Sacred Band cavalry have pulled back. They're locking and loading, ready to charge in again. But it looks to me like our right flank could fold here. Okay, now remember that our ally is the Scipio, the blue Scipio there. Let's just pause the game for a second. Right. Okay, after a fierce fight, our right flank has now been broken. Okay, make no mistake that. Our right flank has now been broken by that massive cavalry and infantry attack there, and all, I think, of Clash's army has now been routed. Now, it's no good Aegeus 2 charging his cavalry in there now. His cavalry would just rout probably on impact, because of seeing their allies routing there would lower their morale. So he needs to pull his cavalry back here, and make no mistake now, the enemy will look to roll us up from right to left. Okay, so this obviously now is going to be an extremely pressured point for us here. If you notice here, JGP and myself are moving our cavalry over here to maybe try and help shore up our right flank. But as I say, the victorious enemy troops now will look to roll us up from right to left. And poor old Aegeus here is facing Carthage from the front, and he's going to get hit from the side. Now, see those 7, remember we talked about those 6 or 7 Seleucid infantry units. If JGP can hit them, if he can rout them, he could punch a hole through their battle line, okay, and get in behind the enemy troops. Now, that may be something JGP may well want to do. Attack those Seleucid 7 units there as hard as he can, and then get in behind them. Right, so here, as I say, over on the left flank, still not a lot going on. We might have exchanged some pilers there, but let's say not a lot going on here at the moment. Aurelius has got his cavalry hiding in the woods there, ready to attack. So there's a general overview of the battle as it stands at the moment, and yes, our right flank has been broken and smashed. Okay, so there's Seleucid fully upgraded cavalry, we got enemy Brutii infantry, and of course those Carthage Sacred Band troops. Now, as I say, it looks like JGP is going to do what we thought he's going to do. It looks like he's advancing on those Seleucid troops. Remember, there was only 6 or 7 units there, and he may well look to try and punch a hole through the enemy battle line there with his SBQR troops, and therefore getting in behind the enemy troops there. You can see he's charging into those Seleucid Silver Shield Legionnaires that were in Testudo. You see Aegeus here that charges his cavalry in to those Brutii infantry. Best for him to pull those back. He doesn't want to get into a scrap with infantry with his cavalry. But as you can see, as I say, the enemy moving around our right flank here, looking to roll us up from right to left. So AGIS has got a big job to do here, not only holding his front here, but trying to shore up our right flank here. Maybe allowing JGP time to take out those Seleucid infantry units there and get in behind the enemy troops. Okay, now remember, up to now, our left flank has been very quiet. Okay, so let's just see what's going to happen in a few minutes. But okay, so here you can see, as I say, JGP probably looking to smash the Seleucids there if he can. Okay, so over on our left flank, Aurelius is charged from the woods with his hidden cavalry into my infantry. I've counterattacked with my cavalry. Okay, but the worrying part is those fully upgraded tanks of the ancient world are coming over to my flank here. And if Aurelius is aggressive and attacks with his infantry and cavalry and those cataphracts, my old army here could well be broken. Remember, my infantry is a very old Roman army, and most of my infantry have got an experience stripe on, which may well help them hold under a lot of pressure here, which they could well be under. Now imagine if the enemy can break my army, they would have broken us on the right and the left. So I think it's imperative that my army holds here, if they can, against this massive odds that are facing us here. Okay, so obviously you can see the forward units of both our armies are engaged. I've got my units on auto fire now, so I'm throwing pilers in. See that Julii cavalry coming in, and bang, and it smashed into my forward units. Okay, I'm going to counter attack with my Scipii cavalry, and bang, as my cavalry smashes in there to counter attack and neutralise that Julii cavalry. But I can see the cataphracts coming in on my left flank here. Okay, I've managed to rout most of those Julii cavalry with my cavalry, but I've got those upgraded, fully upgraded cataphracts coming in, and bang, as they smash into the flank of my infantry there. Okay, so I'm being attacked here. Let's switch pause again for a second. I've got those fully upgraded cataphract charging on my left. I've managed to rout those Julii cavalry, but they're probably going to rally and charge back in. Okay, JGP can see the danger here. He sent some of his infantry over. Always a good team player, JGP. And he may well attack the rear of those engaged Julii troops. If you notice here, Aurelius is getting infantry units around my flank to charge into the flank of my infantry. Okay, so meanwhile over here, can you see JGP still trying to take out those Seleucid units there with the help of one of our Macedonian allies' units. As I say, if you can take those out, you can then get in behind the enemy troops here. But remember, over here on the right flank, the Carthage and the Brutii Roman there are our enemies, and our Macedonian ally and SPQ are over here on the right is our allies here, okay? You can see those Macedonian cavalry charging into the rear of that Brutii unit, but you can see those Sacred Band cavalry out there, 4 units there. They might get in behind our Macedonian ally and charge into the rear of those engaged Macedonian units. Okay, so it's from one flank to the other at the moment, but as you can see, my infantry here has taken a big bash in there from those Seleucid cataphracts coming in on the left of my infantry formation. Plus I'm being pressed hard by those Julii infantry pressing in on me, and as I say, they've got infantry around the flank of my infantry as well there. Okay, so things not looking very good. As I say, JGP's coming over with cavalry and infantry to support my infantry there, and there they go, and bang into the rear of those engaged Julii troops. As I say, great support, great teamwork. Newer players to Rome Total War. This is what team battles are all about, helping each other out. Right, you can see I'm charging my Scipii cavalry, and bang, charge into the flank of those engaged Seleucid cavalry. Right, you can see that Julii cavalry that have rallied now, charging back in. Oh my gosh, can you see that Sacred Band cavalry in behind me? Enemy Sacred Band cavalry going to charge into the rear of my troops as well at any moment, and there they go, and bang, into the rear of my engaged cavalry and infantry. Okay, so if you're a betting person here, which way do you reckon it's going to go? Can you see my army folding and maybe mass routing here? Seleucid fully upgraded cataphracts, Sacred Band cavalry, and all that Julii infantry smashed into me. But is this old army with that experience stripe on it going to hold here, or do you think my army is going to fold? Which way do you think this is going to go? Be interesting to see. But JGP, as I say, great team player as he is, bringing reinforcements over to hit the rear of those enemy cavalry and infantry that are engaging me so heavily. Okay, so this ain't nice support by JGP, but now he's got all these infantry here. He needs to move them, I would suggest, over to the other flank and help our Macedonian ally against those enemy Brutii infantry and those Carthage Sacred Band. I see JGP has split his cavalry. He's got 3 units on this flank. And you can see MADKING getting infantry units round behind the Macedonians. You can see several Macedonian units starting to rout here. But as I say, JGP split his cavalry into 2 lots. He's got 3 cavalry this side and 3 cavalry the other flank. helping out there. But as I say here, you can see my infantry, my beleaguered infantry and cavalry are caught between Julii, Seleucid and Sacred Band cavalry. Right, you can see those Julii infantry charging into my flank as well. But as I say, that was a nice hit by JGP back into charge into the rear of those engaged Julii troops. Hammer and anvil attack, my infantry and cavalry being the anvil and his cavalry and infantry being the hammer there. You can see I moved 2 of my infantry units back there to try and neutralise those Sacred Band cavalry, and that Julii infantry units that moved in behind me as well. Okay, so as I say, I'm trying to hold here on this left flank. As I say, if they break this left flank of ours, they'd have broken both of our flanks, and of course that could probably be possibly the end of the battle here. But as I say, I'm holding quite well. I've been very defensive in this battle, so my kills are not going to be very good towards the end, is what I'm guessing there. You see, I'm moving my cavalry out there to try and neutralise those Sacred Band cavalry. And you've got all that Julii infantry ready to throw in there. Okay, our Macedonian general ally there has just been taken out, which is bad news for us. Macedonian morale is not very good anyway. Right, you can see, remember the enemy are the Green Brutii and Carthage Sacred Band. And that was a nice hit there by JGP's infantry. Make no mistake there, he was targeting the Brutii general and he took him out with that hit. Really nice surgical hit there by JGP. Now he'll move his cavalry back. Okay, you can see that JGP has moved his SBQR infantry forward here to attack the enemy Carthage and Brutii troops there. So well done to him. You can see he's moving, may well move those infantry units in round behind those engaged Sacred Band units there. But you can see Brutii and other Sacred Band units there probably moving in to engage his army. But he's used his cavalry really well there. And as I say, he's been keeping his infantry back a little bit there, so they're all going to be fresh to fight what's happened here. Now, bearing in mind, our right flank was lost, smashed and lost. I think we've done well there to recover over on that right flank and right centre. But meanwhile here, as you can see, my beleaguered infantry there got smashed and hit, but they're still holding. You can see a thin blue line left there, holding on this left flank. Okay, with great support from JGP. See, JGP still using his cavalry units there, still smashing into those Julii units there. Let's say, newer players for Rome Total War, this is what team battles is all about. Looking after each other, keeping an eye on each other, and helping each other out. That's how you win team battles. You may be a great individual player, and you might do great on your particular part of the battlefield. Then all of a sudden you look round and find your allies have been beaten, and then you're facing 3 more armies coming towards you. So you must be a good team player to win team battles, okay? Right, you can see JGP making the most of his cavalry straight into the back of those enemy Brutii infantry there, routing them. As I say, he's been using his cavalry very surgical, straight into the side of this Carthage general. Bang! Notice another surgical hit there by that one cavalry unit, took out the Carthage Sacred Band general, and it looks like we've routed most of the enemy troops here on our right flank. A great combination there of AGIS 2's Macedonians and JGP's SBQR troops, and as I say, we've managed to take out the victorious Carthage and Brutii troops that did take our flank there earlier on in the battle. So I think AGIS 2 and JGP have done great over there. As I say, I'm quite pleased. Look at the cavalry I've got left. 2 men in that unit, 9 men in that unit, 10 men in that unit, and 3 men in that unit, and these are 54-man units, look. And JGP's got his cavalry there as well. And between us, we've managed to hold this left flank against aggressive attack there from the enemy, which is what I wanted to do, and what I think I needed to do there, really, to help the team. As you can see there, I'm moving forward now. I'm starting to move my infantry forward, being aggressive now towards the enemy. If you notice that JGP here is targeting the Julii general with his 2 cavalry units. And bang, as those 2 tired units smash into that Julii general unit there. But if you notice here, I'm taking my Scipii cavalry out round behind the Julii infantry. I'm going to go for the Eagle unit. Remember, Eagle units are great for morale, but they're not great in battle, really. You need to keep them out of battle for as long as you can. See my cavalry charging and bang, I smash into that Eagle unit at the back of the Julii troops, and we've taken them out. I can see some Carthage Sacred Band cavalry charging in, but they've both routed as well. And we've got some more SBQR cavalry coming in from the other flank there. And at this stage of the battle, I think it looks like we've managed to win the battle here. But this is a very unusual battle. See the clump of dead there? Okay, now we go down the battle line, and if you can see hardly any dead in the centre area here. Hardly any dead at all from the clump over on our left flank. Hardly any dead there. Okay, you can see some Seleucid dead there, but then there, so you see some Seleucid, but not massive. And then over onto the right flank and right centre, if you like, you can see the other mass of dead there. So it's an unusual battle. It was kind of like the battle was fought, won or lost on the flanks here. You can see just by the intensity of the flanks, by the amount of dead laying there. Very attritional battle. I think Aegis 2 has just got 2 units left. See JGP taking his SBQR units over to my flank here just to help me finish off the rest of the Julii troops. But I just think there's only one Julii unit left there, and he's just routed. So as I say, our team seems to have to win the battle there. But over on that right flank, it was extremely attritional and grinding down. That battle was. That's why Aegis 2, I think, as I say, at the end of the battle, I think he had 2 extremely battle-damaged Macedonian pike units left. And that's all he had out of his entire army there. So that just goes to show how, as I say, attritional the battle was. JGP, great teamwork. As I say, a great display of teamwork there in Euro Players to Rome Total War. That was by JGP. If you notice, he was all over the battlefield on both flanks there, helping us out to to shore up our right flank there against when that was broken, and also he had units over helping me. Okay, so you can see there that as I say, just 2 Macedonian units left. That's all that's left for Aegis 2. So it just goes to show how grinding down the battle was. Okay, so it's an average victory. I must say, I thought it would be close, but there you go. Highest kills in the game go to JGP, quite rightly there, for helping all over the battlefield, 1,918. And also, Aegis 2 gets a second highest kills, 1,840. So really well done to you two. Aegis 2 holding well on that flank. I'd just like to say, really well done to MADKING there. He got some good kills too. So well done to him. Really well done to BARCLAYMAN. He got some great kills. Crypto probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there. But I thought he did well with his Cataphract Cavalry, and Aurelius obviously didn't get the kills that he wanted to either there, even with that really well moraled army, if you like, the infantry there. So like I say, really well played to Clash. Unfortunately, Clash didn't get the kills that he wanted either, but he was smashed on that right flank by that massive cavalry and infantry hit there. Well done to JGP. As I say, great teamwork all over the battlefield there with his infantry and cavalry helping everywhere. Well done to him, and well done for Aegis 2 for holding so well after the right flank was broken. He helped shore up that flank really well with his infantry there. So it was a great effort by everybody in the battle. This is Spartan Commander saying, hope you enjoyed this battle. Look forward to seeing you soon, and bye for now.